Hey besties!
Hey!
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
Let's get into it, teams. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
What's your tea for this week?
If the besties will recall, well, maybe they won't recall because I can't remember if I actually said this or not, but I set a personal goal to read 50 books this year. And
you did say that.
I'm on number 20.
Wow.
Yes.
And we're in, wherever we are in the year.
Yeah.
I lose track.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow,
So I'm
good for you.
making very good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super avid readers might be like, that's it, bitch, I'm already at that. But I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. I'm just comparing me to what I did in years prior, and 50 is a good goal for me. So yeah, I'm at 20 so far.
Awesome. I don't even think I'm in double digits. Probably with the exception of book club.
Yeah.
Whatever we've done for book club thus far, that's where I'm
She's like, that's my number.
I have not. I was doing really good last year, and then, life just happens. So I haven't been able to do as much as I wanted to, but it is what it is.
Audio is really where it's at. It's so yeah. Audio is where it's at. But yeah, girl. So I am chucking right along, and I've read some really cool stuff, getting into some different genres, and it's been fun. So
yeah, you've really been branching out.
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
Good for you.
It's
so it was
good.
what we established. Historical fiction is like your new bag.
It's kind of my jam right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
And then I did a couple thrillers for like a little palate cleanser, and then a little, it's been fun.
I am really liking thrillers.
Yeah.
Thrillers, they can get it any day.
For sure.
I put that with like my spicy book, guilty pleasures. Like there's no wrong time to read a really good thriller.
That's true. That's true. What about you? What's your tea?
My tea is, I guess I just realized that they're no longer teaching kids the electric slide in PE. So I don't know if that's like an
Did you learn the electric slide in PE?
You didn't?
I don't recall.
You had to have. Because we're not that far apart and we went to the same middle school.
I don't know. Maybe I did. I felt like I already knew it if they taught it, so maybe that's why it's not registering for me.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Oh, okay.
And apparently that's not a thing anymore.
Huh.
So I was talking to my daughter, and somehow the electric slide came up. And I know that I did this with them when they were much younger, thinking, okay, you're going to be ahead of the game so that when it comes down to this rite of passage, you'll already know. And then I just never really thought about it. And then I said something about electric slide, and she didn't know what I was talking about and didn't have any recollection of all the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into teaching them when they were younger. And yeah, that's not a thing in PE anymore.
Oh.
So I don't even know if that's just like a Florida thing, or maybe that was just our PE teacher was just like, here you go.
Maybe, I don't know.
Personal day.
I feel like I probably learned at the Boys and Girls Club. If I learned at school, it wasn't where I learned how to do it, is what I'm saying. So it's just not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Apparently they're not learning that, and I don't know.
I mean, if they did away with cursive, I guess the electric slide was like...
Yeah, very low on the totem pole of level things that are important. I was just like, man, like that was like a thing. I don't know. It made me a little sad, just for her. Of you guys are really missing out. Like they don't have dodgeball. They're not allowed to do that anymore. There's just so many things that I feel like, yeah, because it's too.
See, that's more shocking to me.
Dangerous.
Oh.
Or I guess hitting kids with balls is just like...
Take them to a trampoline park. They got plenty of dodgeball there.
Yeah, no. There's just a lot of things that they don't do anymore.
That's a shame.
I know this wasn't dodgeball, but there was a game that we used to play, I think more in elementary school, where it's kind of like dodgeball, but you had to be on the wall. Did you guys ever do that?
Doghouse dodgeball?
I don't remember the name of it, but you'd have one person that was behind a certain line, and then everybody else had their backs against a wall, and then that person would just try to hit people on the wall, but you weren't supposed to actually come up off the wall.
Oh,
like,
I remember that. Yes. I don't know what that was called.
Yeah, it didn't have a name, but it was basically like fighting for your life, because I don't know why anybody thought this was
I understand doing away with that one.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was called.
But dodgeball, I mean, they have adult dodgeball, which I think is cool, but there's so many things that they're not doing anymore that I just feel like But that used to be the thing.
I think it depends on the type of ball because, you know, some dodgeball things use like the texture that you would use for a kickball.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
I feel
appropriate.
Like we had.
Like, I remember at the Boys and Girls Club, we had probably balls this big, but they were soft foam balls that you could actually squeeze. So it didn't really matter. And we played a lot of doghouse dodgeball there.
What is that?
So, you know how in regular dodgeball you get hit, you go and you're done? Doghouse is you go, so I'm on this side, you're on that side. You hit me and I have to go into your doghouse jail and I run around and then someone from my team
could
has
save
to
you.
throw, Yeah,
and like you could come back into the game.
Yeah, so we did that a lot, but it was with the soft foam balls and those are the types that they have at trampoline parks.
Okay.
Like the movie Dodgeball, Ben Stiller, which is a classic by the way, those types of balls that they use, no. I don't think kids should be playing with
That's
those,
how I remember it being. I mean, maybe we did have softballs at some point, but just in general, the idea that a lot of these things are no longer a thing kind of makes me sad. I'm like, man, you guys are really missing out. Like this younger generation that won't ever have club experiences like we did.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many things that I feel really bad for you guys. Because this was a vibe.
I know. I'm sure our parents feel bad for us for stuff, too. I think we're at that age where it's just generational now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get into my first Reddit thread if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So this is from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin? We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, 29, younger sister, 24, and youngest brother, 22. Extended family attend our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, uncles, etc. During the dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize that the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me as my brother definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college and that since everyone in the family knows it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this, amazingly, and I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me now for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. Am I the asshole?
Oh gosh, that is so funny. I don't think she was the asshole.
Yeah. If you know you have a bigger skeleton, like if you're going to go in the sexual domain to make fun of someone, like, oh, you're a virgin, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And you were a whorebag when you were in college. You probably just shouldn't really.
Yeah. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. If your skeletons are bigger, you should chill on that.
And they're siblings, so it's kind of like, I don't know, when it comes to siblings, I feel like there's just, the bar is set differently.
Right.
Like it moves a little bit more freely.
Mm-hmm.
I could see if that was her best friend or that was like an extended family member, you know, a sibling squabble, stay in your lane. This is between me and my brother. But you're my sister, he's my brother. You're not going to pick on our little brother. Right. So if you want to go there, you can get it too. And at the end of the day, you're my sister, so I'm not really worried about it.
Right.
Like I feel like there's less, like you also kind of take for granted that she'll get over it. Because she's my sister.
Yeah, like you're going to be mad for a little while, but we're going to be cool.
Exactly. Like, we've probably pulled each other's hair, WWE style, whatever. I've said worse to you. So she probably didn't think anything of it.
I'm sure
and that's why she still doesn't think anything of it. She's like, I don't care.
She shouldn't have
You're the one who's like, that's, what are you going to do?
She matched her petty, is what she did. She just really topped it. So for the husband to be like, And she's like, "Oh, I thought you knew she was a hoe."
Yeah.
Like you were
turned
one
a hoe
of the
into a housewife.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Like,
You're
oh,
stupid.
I thought you knew that.
I mean, you're welcome.
Super
Wow.
awkward. I bet you the aunts were like, she's like, "Oh, the whole family knows." So the husband is just like, "Yo, why didn't anybody tell me?"
I mean, are we gonna, like, would you really expect us to say, "You sure about this? It's your choice." So funny. I'm gonna
Super
take a
awkward.
drink really
But yeah, no, Reddit basically said everyone sucks.
I didn't even know that was an option.
That is an option.
Really?
That is, yeah. They said everyone sucks.
That's hilarious. All right. My thread is, what's the funniest story you've ever encountered? I'm really
You like
enjoying-
these.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you like these.
As a bagpiper, I play many gigs. I recently was asked by a funeral director to play at a grave service for a homeless man. He had no family or friends, so the service was to be at a pauper cemetery in the Kentucky backcountry. As I was not familiar with the backwoods, I got lost, and being a typical man, I didn't stop for directions. I finally arrived an hour late and saw the funeral guy had evidently gone, and the hearse was nowhere in sight. There were only diggers and crew left, and they were eating lunch. I don't know why that's so weird. I felt badly and apologized to the man for being late. I went to the side of the grave and looked down, and the vault lid was already in place. I didn't know what else to do, so I started to play. The workers put down their lunches and began to gather. I played out my heart and soul for this man with no family and friends. I played like I've never played before for this homeless man. And as I played Amazing Grace, the workers began to weep. They wept, I wept, we all wept together. When I finished, I packed up my bagpipes and started for my car. Though my head hung low, my heart was full. As I was opening the door to my car, I heard one of the workers say, "Sweet Mother of Jesus, I've never seen nothing like that before, and I've been putting in septic tanks for 20 years."
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Wow. And they're all just weeping.
They're just so moved by this bagpiper.
Like, hey, honey, guess who showed up to the job site today?
He just was playing bagpipes.
Wow.
They probably thought this was like a super awesome treat.
Oh my god.
Not realizing that he thought that he was doing it for a family.
Wow. That's wild. I did not think it was going to go there at all.
Yeah.
Wow. I have another quick one. This is pretty funny. Am I the asshole for not saying anything about the underwear? My 20-year-old daughter and her fiance are currently staying with us. I love my daughter, but she is very difficult and I can't stand her fiance. I gave them a deadline to move out because I can't take this anymore. They got into a massive fight the other day while my wife was out. I guess a pair of my wife's underwear got in with their laundry and she thought he was cheating. I think the fact that she immediately jumped to cheating shows how bad their relationship is. She was waving the underwear around and I recognized them because they had a floral print, but I just let this ridiculous fight go on. My wife came home after about 30 minutes and said they were hers. My wife asked if I didn't realize they were hers and I accidentally laughed. My daughter just burst into tears and won't talk to me. Her fiance said we're fucked and left the house, but my wife and I thought it was funny.
That's how much they don't like him.
That's how much they don't like him.
He's like, I hope this breaks you up.
I think it's funny that he totally knows it's his wife's underwear. It's just like, da-da-da-da, listening to them.
He's probably just sitting there watching TV or eating a sandwich and just letting the chips fall where they may.
I love that the wife didn't give him a hard time about it and thought it was equally funny that he didn't step in and do anything.
They're probably just over it. It's probably just a toxic relationship overall.
All right, you want to get into some bad choices?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Tashima had this set out, you guys, so she was ready for it.
I probably will regret this.
Maybe.
In your lifetime, have you sent or received more... I need to read these before I just, like, I need to read them to myself.
Yeah.
Before I just open my mouth.
I see what you mean.
I already know what you're going to say to this, but I'm going to read it.
I smell what you're stepping in. Answer's no.
Yes, it is. In your lifetime, have you sent or received... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I take that back.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to this.
Okay, just read it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. In your lifetime, have you sent or received more than 10 penile pics?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
I've never counted, but I have on occasion received one. And public announcement, nobody wants to see it. There's nothing about it that is attractive, scrumptious, anything.
I have to show you a clip of Lunel talking about seeing those types of pics.
They're not
pretty entertaining.
Yeah, just don't. Like, whatever voice is being like, yeah, this is gonna get her. No, it's not. It's just gonna make her throw up.
I heard on Leslie's podcast way back in the day when it used to come on that there was a thing in New York that dudes would just get on the subway and just airdrop it to women near them. That's a thing there, apparently.
I think that's a thing just in general. I've heard airdrop, people will airdrop other things too.
That's gross. Why do I keep getting these? Would you rather save one close family member's life than the lives of 100,000 strangers? For me, it's an easy yes, and y'all can think whatever you want about me. Like,
yeah, the selfish part of me would definitely want to do what's in the best interest of the person that I know and love.
I'm not just
gonna unless that one family member turned out to be the Unabomber. I mean, yeah, then decisions have to be made. But if your partner wanted to engage in close relations with you with full clown makeup on, would you be down?
No.
The amount of time it would take me to put that on my face and the amount of work that it would take me to get it off of my face and not look like clown residue for days after that, it wouldn't be worth.
Oh, I didn't realize that it was. My answer stays the same. Let me be very clear about that.
Oh, wait, actually, I have done that.
I didn't realize that it was your partner asking you. I thought, like, if your partner wanted to do that to themselves, like, basically you having sex with a clown.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. I guess I was thinking that it was me.
Okay. Either way, I'm not down for it.
No.
But.
Well. Okay,
hear me out. Pennywise do be looking kind of good sometimes.
It's like a Halloween situation and the occasion called for it. But just on a regular Tuesday evening.
Like, let's spice it up some.
Like, you just come out and you just like naked and you just have a full face clown makeup on. I probably would think this is the end of me.
Yeah, no balls on the clown for me.
Yeah, no.
On that. Have you ever drawn on a passed out friend?
No, and I don't like stuff like that.
I don't either. I've never been around a passed out person.
I have, but I know I would not want that done to me, so therefore, like, the karma in me would just not want to do that to somebody else out of fear that I'm gonna get this back at
the quickest thing like I said, I've never seen a person actually passed out before. You know, you joke, oh, they're passed out sleeping type of thing. Like, I think like sleepovers, like fucking with people when like drawing a mustache and all that. I've never done anything like that.
Like, they wake up and then they have like a ding-a-ling drawn on their face or their forehead. Yeah. Now, one I saw that I thought was really funny is there was this group of friends and they were doing the most, and one of the friends passed out, and so they used like a glow-in-the-dark type marker and drew like fake glasses and like a mustache and all this stuff on the person's face based on where they were going, like, I'm assuming later that evening.
Oh my gosh.
And they went to the club and, you know, like, they have like blacklight type lights. And so they have videos of this person that when they look in the mirror, they look fine.
Right.
But when they're in that lighting, then they have all this stuff on their face. I thought that was probably the most creative one that I've seen, and I thought it was hilarious, but I would not do that to somebody. Are you high maintenance in a relationship?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, not.
How are you not, and how are you? Because you give very high maintenance energy.
I'm not high maintenance in terms of, like, I cook, clean, I'm not afraid to get dirty. Like, I don't need you taking out the trash for me. I don't need you, you know, opening all the bottles and containers and stuff for me for. I guess like typical gender role stuff, I don't really get super into that. But in terms of like, I like to go to restaurants and I like to feel special and I'm going to take a long time to get ready because I enjoy getting ready. I want you to look nice when we go out. So in those ways, I guess I would be considered high maintenance.
See, I don't consider that to be high maintenance. Like, I would consider high maintenance somebody where you enjoy those things, but you're expecting him to take you out. You're expecting him to pay for your nails. Like, you're expecting him to get your hair done. You're expecting him to, like, show your passenger princess. You expect, like,
And I give you that. You said
no,
you expect
no,
me to
I'm
be
sorry.
high maintenance.
No, like, once you started talking, it clarified for me, like, that I don't think that about you, which is why I'm like, no, yeah, like I take back what I said.
Okay, because as you're saying this, I'm like,
no, like you don't get that.
Got
it's just, like you do care for yourself, but then as you were describing it, I'm like, no, I consider somebody high maintenance that's like they want somebody to buy them like designer purses and they want them to just like not even overextend themselves financially, but you just want the most. Like you want pedestal princess treatment.
Girl, these women are different now. I don't know if you caught it on You Ham Right. Shout out, go listen to You Ham Right podcast.
Yeah.
They had a girl that had mentioned to someone who asked her out on a date. I don't know where they met. Let's say this dude just met this girl at a store, thought she was cute, asked for her phone number, asked her out on a date. Okay, we're going to go on a date. I guess they're texting, and then she said something to him of the effect of, oh, I have to go get my nails done this day. And then I think the day when they were going to have the date, she came at him like, you didn't send me any money to get my nails done.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're just going out on a date. Well, I said I was getting my nails done, so you should already know to send me money. I thought that was crazy.
Like she expected him to pay for everything that she needed, in her opinion, to get ready for this first date.
Right.
And then on the date, also pay for everything.
Basically, like you trying to be my man, and if you were my man,
yeah, you're basically auditioning for it.
Crazy.
Yeah, like that I consider to be above high maintenance. I consider that to be very unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were a therapist, would you sleep with your patients?
No. I have ethics and morals.
I mean, it's not a personal attack.
No.
He was like, I do a lot of shady shit.
That is one thing I won't do. God. Boundaries. Jeez.
It was a question card. You know.
Would you?
Chill out. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I feel like if they're there, okay, I'm not.
Wow. Go on. Do tell. He's like, well, I mean, I just want to hear them.
I just want to give a disclaimer. Therapy is very healthy. Everyone should get therapy at some point or another. Having said that, I would be very cautious if someone is in therapy that I am treating to get into a relationship with them, because you're clearly trying to work through some things. You clearly, which we all are working through some things. You know, some people go to therapy, some people don't. I wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
Just no.
I think
it's not worth losing a professional license over, and just there's too many people out here.
And your reputation.
There's too many people out here to be messing around with. Just
the one that you shouldn't.
Correct.
One thing I know, you're like, everybody should go to therapy. I'm very apprehensive about going to therapy. Excuse me. Because I don't like the idea of my therapist having a therapist.
I feel that.
Like, in some way, you're just as messed up as I am. And, and then I think it's healthy for therapists to have therapists, because you listen to a lot of baggage all day long. But I just don't like the idea that there's a possibility that you don't have it together. I
am not actively in therapy myself. So let me just say, let me rephrase. I think that everyone should have some healthy form of therapy, whether that's talking it out with a friend, whether that's sending daily audio messages and just getting everything out, whether it's journaling, I think you should have a healthy way to release your emotions.
Right.
And for some people that means going and sitting across from a therapist, some people that it doesn't. Right. I don't think you should be holding things inside.
Right. Murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like whatever you need to do. Just joking. I'm sorry. Was that inappropriate?
Don't flag us.
JK. Would you tattoo a teardrop on your face for $100,000?
No. No amount.
No amount?
No.
Okay. Even if it wasn't a teardrop?
No, I wouldn't get any tattoos on my face for any amount of money at all.
Even if it was just like a little heart?
I would not get any tattoos on my face. Would you? Sounds like you would.
No.
You're like, maybe a little heart, maybe a little...
I was just trying to convince you to change your mind.
Wow.
I don't know what this is. Just gonna be honest. So I don't know if this is gonna get us in trouble or not.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it is. Have you ever given or received a rim job? I don't know what that is, so I can't answer the question. You know what this is?
I thought it's...
Becky's like, yeah, I did yesterday. I do it all the time. Do I need to look this up?
I think a rim job is when you look around...
Stop saying it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
I did. Analingus.
I'm like, what is this? No. No, I have not. And that is, again, not kink shaming. That is not my jam.
Yeah, y'all do you. Just know.
I have no desire to spend any time in an area where fecal matter comes up. So that's just
major facts.
You do you. All me. But okay, it's time to go.
All right.
All right, besties. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Be back next Tuesday. You already know. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the places. Thank you so much for your comments, all the love that you're showing us on TikTok and YouTube. We really feel it. Thank you. And why are you laughing?
Like you're dragging this out.
I just want to show my appreciation to the people.
We appreciate you guys. We really do.
She can do it. I can't do it. All right, besties. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.